What is going on YouTube? Today, I'm a little bit late to the party because I've been testing this this cookie out for quite some time and trying to find out the best way to go about doing a guide video. And I've watching YouTube and getting ideas from everything and everybody, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm not gonna focus on high tier gameplay for my build videos when it comes to helping other people. I'm going to focus on doing a little bit of a low tiering aspect of helping people out. And with that being said, we're on one of my other accounts for cookierunkingdom because I have 5. And we're sitting here with a level 60 in the Hall of Ancient Heroes, a level 60 Charles. So Charles is one of the brand new cookies that just recently got added into the cookierunkingdom universe. He is a villain, and we caught a gist of him in episode 1. We'll do a little bit of his ability, so y'all understand for people who don't really read as much. Each Charles's regular attacks has a chance to stun the target. Upon using the skill, Charles will receive the howling effect, increasing his own attack speed and damage resist, and increasing the team's attack. When the effect duration is over, Charles will charge at the enemy, strike them with his hammer, stun them, and inflict a hammer shock debuff. The debuff will reduce the enemy's attack and cause them to receive more damage from the next Charles skill attacks with the hammer. Now, as you know, he's level 60, as you can see right here on the top right, left. So what you see here is not the full effect of what he can do, but his regular attack stun is 1 second with a 50% chance. His charge damage is 79.2%. His hammer damage is 428.6%, and his stun is for 2.5. The hammer shock debuff is a minus 5.5%, and the extra skill damage with the hammer is 200% for 40 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times. His hammer in this cooldown is 12 seconds. So you'll get those 3 stacks no matter what, as long as he stays alive. Then you got the plus attack for all your cookies for 8 seconds for 15%. His attack speed is plus 35% for 8 seconds, and his damage resist is plus 30% for 8 seconds. So, a lot of people have been asking me, what do I think is the go-to for Charles? And honestly, with the meta and all the changing that's happened with this meta so far, how drastically has changed, you still want to go with damage resist. As much damage resist as you can get on your cookie is always the way to go. Charles being a front line cookie, you want to have solid almond on him, but excuse me, but the thing is with Charles, the one thing that you have to focus on with damage resist is cooldown. As you can see here, I don't have what you should really be putting on him right now. That's only because this is a really bottom of the line, bottom tier gameplay of Charles at level 60. But as you can see with everything that we got here, he's at 45% damage resist, 3.8% attack speed, 2% cooldown, crit resist, and debuff resist. He has almost everything across the board, but if you can focus on damage resist with a little bit of cooldown, you're in the right ballpark. As you can see, mine's at 45.8. All of my things are running 5%, except for that one. Everything is running 5% damage resist, 5% plus damage. You're also getting these ones right here, the plus 6s that you're getting from the rewards that we're having for the next 3 weeks. Some of those are going to give you 5% damage resist. Level those up to 12, put them on a cookie, put them on any cookie you want to put them on. Right? So, Charles, that is the basic necessity of Charles. Some people did ask me why not searing raspberry or, you know, any other things. You could do searing raspberry on him. I wouldn't recommend it, being that he is a frontline and he will die very fast if you're not lucky. I mean, if you're lucky enough, he won't. But then, if you're doing searing raspberry, maximum damage resist on all of your toppings. You cannot miss on any of the damages. What I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna put on the librarian's thing to give him more attack speed, just because. And we're running the BTS cookie as well because we can't run him by ourselves at this point. So we can't run him solo. We have to run him with another cookie. So what's the best thing we can run him with? Charles, because the BTS cookie we're going to just talk about it really slowly, really quickly, sorry, not slowly, and give you the bullet points of what this BTS cookie can do. The BTS cookie gives you a healing, it gives you periodic healing, it gives you a buff that is immunity to stun and increased debuff resist for the entire team. If a member of your team has a certain number of debuffs, the entire team will get a damage resist buff and an HP shield. So if you have at least 2 or more debuffs on your cookies, he will give them a damage resist and a healing shield, which is really nice. He heals for 18.6% for every second for 7 seconds. The immunity to stun is 10 seconds, which that's all you need. That's literally all you need is 10 seconds. The debuff resists for 10 seconds for 30%, and when you're suffering for 3 or more debuffs, the shield is at 17.5% of the max HP for 3 seconds, and the damage resist is 13.5% for 8 seconds. It stacks up to 1 time. So you pretty much you can get two things out of that one for 8 seconds. You can get 2, which is really good. So that's the bullet point of his skills. What I'm running on his skill is full cooldown. You see there's no damage resist on this cookie whatsoever. So we did cooldown and we did crit. You want to run crit and cooldown on him. That's the best thing you want to get. If you can not try to get anything else, like if you can make it to where it's literally only those 2, or like maybe some attack, maybe some HP, if you really have to have a choice between it, cooldown, crit, HP, attack. That's pretty much all you really want. And he has 3.4% attack speed, so I don't know if that really works for him, but hey, we get to see it work. But I do have a +6 cooldown, one of these at +6, which we're gonna get to +12 before we get on with the video here real quick. As you can see, it rolled cooldown too, which is great. There we go. Perfect. Everything else is +9, +12, right? You know, we should be good for right now. But yeah, this, like I said, this is bottom tier, bottom of line gameplay when it comes to these 2 cookies, to show people that you can still make these cookies at the lowest level possible if you really want to. So, we're at 146k. Let's go ahead and let's go to probably 9. We want to be able, we could probably do this, and honestly, we could probably do this. So, we're going to use Charles here. We're going to start with the BTS cookie as well. And I feel like we shouldn't have a problem. We're going to put it at 1.1 times speed so you can see his first ability charge up. He charges at the cookie and stuns. And he does right there at 36,000. Sorry, I said 368, my bad. 88,000 for his skill ability, and 20,000. As you can see from 930, by the way, the BTS cookie is literally good for any of the story events. This right here. So you see this? It stuns us, right? Now, he's not being able to be stunned, but now he's stunning them. You see how easy it is right now that if you have the BTS cookie running around with you? It's pretty good. Periodic healing, so he's not dying anytime soon, which is great. We got this attack speed buff right now because we really want to see how it runs with more attack, if it's worth it. Even though his buff gives him attack speed. We got debuff resist, stun immunity, damage down, attack speed up, and attack up. He's not gonna die because the BTS cookie is literally only healing him. Rushes 5.3k, 46,000. And this is against the cookie, by the way. 20, 20, 19, 18. You see, he's doing so 145,000 for that skill damage, by the way. And this was able to be done on this type of thing at this level. Level 60, level 55, they literally they work hand in hand together. Because as long as Charles is set to where you'll have what do you call it? The stun resist up, and plus him getting the 3 times effectiveness of his buff, you're pretty much golden. So we're gonna run him into PvP. As y'all would know, if y'all have seen my last YouTube video, y'all would know that I am using him in PvP. He is pretty much the same. I don't change him via PvP or PvE, but he is coming in company to Financier Cookie, which has a 44.8% and 5% cooldown. And then we got a special cookie, 20%, and everything else across the board is pretty much basic. Cream unicorn running 3 crit apple jellies and 2 swift chocolates. I come to find out that this is the better build for him because you're also getting cooldown on top of crit, which just makes it easy. It did the same thing goes with him from PvE. So we're running at a 519k power with Charles included into the system, and let's see what happens.
Prepare to face the consequences.
Yes, the power is low on the enemy team, but that always doesn't really matter because there can be a 200,000 power team that just destroys you. So we go to 1 time so you can see what happens here. Hopefully Charles gets to put his ability in. 8k, and he did 78k to Cotton in the back. 78,000. 9.5. It's not that bad once you get the good build on him. And I may do another YouTube video for for a little bit of a high tier gameplay of him. I just need just in order to even get to be able to do anything with him. I don't have any of those stuff. Any of charge powders that I need for him. Excuse me, guys. So we go here, and he goes in, kills it, hits everybody. For the max you seen was 44,000. We don't get stunned off of the Seafarer's ability either, so it's a huge counter with the BTS cookie with any cookies that stun. But if you have Espresso set up the right way, you literally can kill all the enemy team if they're running a BTS cookie. Because I have it to where Espresso doesn't have a lot of damage resist for the reason of I want him to have more attack. Because the more attack he does, the better. Let me see here. Maybe we can find 77. We can't beat that team, so we're not gonna try it. Alright, here 60, 65, 60. Let's give this a try, shall we? It's in the millions, but you never know if you're gonna beat a team unless you try. So we want Charles to come out first, which he does. Hits. Fully gets healed. Hits. See, the thing is that Espresso is doing so much more damage because of the stun resist. It is crazy. See, as you can see, it doesn't really matter about your team's power. It matters about your team's composition. That's all that really matters when it comes to your teams. And I've come to find that out very, very easily. You can beat a lot of teams out there no matter what level they are. As you can see, Revenge Battle 1, he's Diamond 1, I'm Diamond 2. And this is the team that I'm using to get from where I was, which was like chocolate, all the way up to Diamond. And will I have to change the team eventually? Probably I will. But I'm not really worried about it on my other accounts of pushing past Diamond. The team helps you get into Diamond. It doesn't really help you get out of Diamond, it just helps you get into it. And the BTS cookie mixed with Charles and all this together is a huge counter to Wildberry. So that's why I tend to see that this counter is really fun to use. The only one that you have a trouble with fighting against has to be the Espresso fully maxed out. That's the one you probably will always have a problem with when it comes to stun resisting. 2 takes, Sea Fairy. Stun resist, so Sea Fairy can't do nothing. And there you go. They just have the 2 takes. Which is funny because both tanks stun you. So as long as you have the BTS cookie set up the right way, you're pretty much not getting hit by that stun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There. I get always mistaken how long the what you call it thing lasts. I always get mistaken how it lasts. But excuse me. I would say that for the higher tier gameplay, I'll have that out hopefully sometime this week whenever I remember to do it. But I would say Charles and the BTS cookie have both found themselves to be in this meta very easy. I would recommend building them as much as you can, getting your stuff straight with them, and being able to have them in most of your teams. Because just in case, and I'm gonna let y'all know this, just in case Mayhem comes back, you can use all 3 teams to have a BTS cookie. At least all 3 of them. Unless they make it to where you can, but that's highly doubtful because they're not all the same team. So I recommend getting them built. Remember, there's the thing that you got to get all your cookies for the BTS event. All your cookies level 50, 5-star. Make sure you do that. Make sure you get your pulls out there and everything. All my links are in the description below. Come say hi, join a Discord, where you have plenty of options to get better builds and better communities. If you're looking for a guild, you know, don't be afraid to say that you need one. My guilds are always open to active people who want to come out and support small streamers like myself. Always live on Twitch, Monday to Thursday. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because I'm off Thursdays. Yeah. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.